Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Fatheads. This is Wicked Willys. So a new, relatively new brand from them, from what I understand. This is Citra Mosaic Simcoe. So some classic hops, but some one, some percent, and yeah, not hazy. Even though Citra Mosaic Simcoe, you might guess it was hazy. Those are some of the most popular beers, but boy, is this beer crystal clear and very light. Comes in a like old color, beautifully clear. I mean, it's like glass. Wait, can I see the camera? Well, this is the take because we're messing it up, but I could see everything through this. Yeah, it's very, very clear. Wonderful white head. Very Mosaic Simcoe heavy. Reminds me of the Sunshine Daydream. Yeah, yeah. That beer had Sultana and Citra in it, I believe. Yeah, but this is even more mosaic-y somehow. I feel this is more mosaic-y. Yeah, so this actually has a little bit of like they always call candy blueberry, but I'm cool with the Jello one. It's like a lime Jello with cantaloupe, and also it's spritzing of like grassiness and leafy green character. There's definitely a little bit of that kind of aromatic, like oh yeah, that's what people call cilantro. Mosaic is actually a very divisive hop, and I think part of it is that green character, it comes off very minty, spearminty, but also cilantro-y. We're talking about like an herbal, vegetal thing going on, and soapy. There you go. I found it. Okay, so it's a little bit soapy, it's a little bit vegetal, a little cilantro-y. Yeah, for sure, and jello-y too. Yeah. I mean, Jello has a flavor, right? Yeah, it's that kind of like gelatin-esque kind of thing going on. So, oh, that's the other thing. Ooh, okay, this is a rare one. I'm gonna guess
Follow me.
five, like maybe 5 to 10% of you guys are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're Asian, probably not. You might know. There's a thing in Chinese markets that comes in a little can. It's a plastic top, but you rip it off like a tab. I don't know, whatever. It's a can, and then it comes with a little plastic spoon. And it's like grass jelly, so it's like Jello, but it's made with like grass, which sounds gross to some people, but it has a little bit of a sweetness to it, a little bit of like medicinal character to it, a little bit of bitterness. It's actually not that untasty, but a little bit of that. So it's like cilantro, grassy, jello-y, a little bit fruity, but mosaic heavy. Oh yeah. This beer is bone dry. Jeez. I guess they love it, and that's how they crush a lot of competitions. From what I've noticed, a lot of GEBF hoppy beer winners. You know, we're talking anywhere from like hazy IPA, whatever, not hazy IPA, but like all kinds of like IPA categories. Because there's American IPA, double IPA. There's geez, yeah. There's so many categories for IPA. Experimental IPA. There's the anyway. Pale ale. The session IPA, I think, is in there too. Anyway, a lot of the winners that I've tasted are dry. This beer is like stupid dry. It almost tastes like brewed IPA, how dry it is, and it doesn't have that much bitterness to it. Okay, so the crazy enough is this is 7% beer. It might actually have less bitterness than the session IPA and the hazy IPA, which is crazy because this is a West Coast IPA, or like well, no, sorry, they call it Wicked Hoppy. They don't even call it West Coast IPA. So, but it seems like a West Coast size. It's bone dry like a San Diego West Coast IPA, but it really doesn't have much bitterness to it, which is strange. But follows on the nose. It hits with that kind of grassy, earthy cilantro thing. Also very fruity. So it has a little sweetness to it. Not really malt sweetness, but like flavor of like fruity sweetness. So again, I'm thinking of like, if you can make a melon jello sort of tastes like this. I think of a little bit of lime zest, cantaloupe too. Some people call it blueberry, but on this one, maybe maybe a hint of blueberry. A Mosaic, they call that on Mosaic a lot of time. I think what's happening also is the Simcoe's driving in here and offering a little bit more dankness, a little bit more depth. So you're getting more of this kind of like, it's grassy jello thing. I don't know. You guys can Google it. It is a product. Pretty interesting. As you wait more, the sweetness sort of flows off the palate because there's really not that much sweetness in this beer. And the dryness kicks in, and then the bitterness slowly grows and grows. So it's a wonderful complexity of the nose, the hops up front on the palate. Really no malt to speak of. Like this is like they really went hard. I would be surprised if there were not certain mashing techniques, or maybe AMG added to the beer, which is I think it's like amyloglucosidase, which is actually used in commercial beers, but then it actually like exploded brewed IPA. So whatever they did this beer, the yeast or something ripped through this guy. Excuse me. And the beer's bone dried, super Mosaic heavy. So it has a really nice kind of like, oh, that's the other tasting note I miss. Green tea. So grassy, green tea, yellow, like green tea is one of the big ones I always called Mosaic because I'm always trying to figure out the vocabulary. And I feel like I'm very good at it, but Mosaic always hit me real bad. But now I feel like I figured it a little bit with the Jello, cantaloupe, grassy, cilantro, grass Jello thing. It's somewhere around there. I feel like I've like after like 10 years of chasing Mosaic, I finally like feel like I've gotten a little bit better at figuring out how to describe what Mosaic tastes like because it really is a very perplexing hop. So you get the hop aromatics, the little bit of a good amount of hop flavor up front, which comes with a little bit of fruity sweetness, bone dry, really no malt to speak of, and then bang, dries out really beautifully, lingering hop flavor, a medium to medium plus lingering bitterness. Guys, if you like Mosaic, you're gonna love this guy. When I first had this, the beer that immediately sent me to was Todd the Axeman. I believe Todd the Axeman was actually available when I moved down here, which is weird. Like brewery all the way from the Midwest, but I've never seen it again. So it must have been a one drop because I reviewed Furious and Todd the Axeman for you guys, I believe, and that was like years ago when I moved down. If you like that beer, if you like Mosaic IPAs and you love this guy, this is very fantastic. Lean, clean, drinkable Mosaic machine. That's gonna be a title for the video. Lean, clean, drinkable Mosaic machine. Like lean, clean, dry, drinkable Mosaic machine. So this is honestly just as good as the hazy IPA, the Groovy Juice. So 97. That's fantastic. Fathead's just crushing it. Crushing it. This box is gonna be incredible. Later.